that's basically the whole point of the Amazing Race. A lot of you have lived here almost your entire lives, and you've seen almost everything you can see about Fort Wayne, and it gets kind of boring, it becomes a routine. So that's why we created this, to make a new and exciting way for people to enjoy Fort Wayne.
And so now you can with Fort Wayne's new and improved Amazing Race. So the W's are who, which is all ages 10 and up, groups of 3, and 1 adult in the groups has to be 18 or older. So the when is the second weekend in July of 2018, and the where would be downtown Fort Wayne and the surrounding area. So why is a 2-day race that teaches geography, culture, history, and the economy of Fort Wayne.
There's an entry fee of $45 per person, cash prize for top 10 teams, and there's a minimum of 15.
Some of the transportation that we'll be using during the race is the CityLink, the Zapter, the Segway, and we'll also be using Pedal City and Uber.
This is our race route. As you can see, it's mostly downtown, but we do have some areas outlined, such as the Brands Factory and Fox Island down there. This is day 1.
So with Headwaters Park, you can discover the beautiful trails and learn about the history of some of the statues downtown in Headwaters. So it's a 30-acre park, and it holds many public events, and it's open year-round. So our physical detour is that the contestants have to scavenger hunt for certain landmarks, and they're given clues about the statues, and the certain clues lead to different statues. So they'll have to find it, and then they'll have to record the findings. So the mental detour is that the contestants will be given statues plaques, and they'll have to remember what information is on the plaque, and they'll have to find the corresponding statue around the park, and they'll have to record that also. Alright, so the old fort is a roadblock, so the contestants don't choose the physical or mental detour, they have to do the roadblock. So the roadblock is that contestants will learn to load an old musket and fire it safely. So they'll learn to load the gunpowder, clean the barrel, and fire the weapon.
Bob for apples and explore the expansive land honoring one of our most famous historical land figures, Johnny Appleseed, at Johnny Appleseed Park. We're going to be bobbing for apples, since it's Johnny Appleseed, and it's going to be 2 teams. There'll be signed buckets across the football field and length from each other. One person will have to run to the other bucket without hands, for an apple, go back to the other team. They're going to have to do that 3 times, and if they drop, they have to restart. The mental detour will be a letter on the scrambler. They'll be giving a phrase, and there's lots of signs, and the grave has words on it. So it's going to be a phrase mismatched. You'll have to unscramble it, and they'll have to find where it is, and then record that.
For the brands, you can go behind scenes at the chocolate factory. Okay, so when visiting the brand, participants can experience the world's finest chocolate. And for the physical detour, they work the chocolate. They wrap 10 chocolate candies correctly, and for the mental, they have to memorize the chocolate recipe with the correct ingredients. For Sky Zone, participants can experience economy by entertainment of jumping on indoor trampoline and different activities at Sky Zone. And for the physical, they can play a game of dodgeball against other teams until other players are out. And for the mental, they have to jump on the trampoline pad.
When visiting the Fort Wayne Children's Zoo, participants can experience the amazing and unique animals that live there. For the mental detour, we'll be doing a chairlift over the zoo. Participants will read the signs on the floor of the zoo to solve the puzzle. For our physical detour, participants will race around the zoo and find animal-themed riddles and solve them. When visiting Science Central, one of the Fort Wayne's greatest family fun places. They will experience a lot of fun, cool, and sciencey things. The physical detour, race to Science Central, carry something up a big slanted room, and so we have mental detour. They will spin on the twirly thing 10 times and answer a puzzle. Go back, twirl again, and repeat.
Alright, so Fort Wayne's famous Coney Island. It has the world's most famous Coney dogs, and it's very famous in Fort Wayne because it's really not anywhere else. So it's also significant, because Kevin Hart has even eaten there. So our physical detour is a hot dog eating contest. So basically, one group member from each of the groups has to eat 5 Coney dogs in under 2 minutes. And if they do not complete the challenge, they will have to have a penalty. So they'll have to have a 5-minute penalty before they can restart the race. The mental detour is they have to act as a Coney Island server. So they're going to take a difficult order from the customer, and they cannot write it down. They just have to memorize it and complete the order and give it back to the customer just as a service to them.
So after day 1, they'll get lodging from Holiday Inn, as who would be a sponsorship for Amazing Race, and they stay there tonight, and they get to rest and get ready for the next day. This is day 2 route. And the next location is 816 Pint Slice, and here you're going to be able to serve one of the best pizzas in downtown. When you're there, it's been open since about 2007, and it's become really popular. A lot of people know about it, and it has really good pizza. The physical detour is going to be just like the employees. You're going to have to start at one end of the alley, carry up a big keg of beer, and bring it all the way up the stairs, through stairs and through a door with your other team members. The mental detour is you will be serving and cooking food to difficult customers who are actually the staff members in disguise, giving the contestants a hard time. So they'll have to cook it and serve it without any mistakes. The next place is Embassy Theater, which has been open since 1928, and it's really beautiful. It's one of the most professionally, architecturally designed places. It has intricate designs, and it's really beautiful. And it's going to be a roadblock, so they don't have a choice between physical and mental like all the other ones. They have to do one activity, and they're going to be assigned a row. They're going to go to the row, and under each of the seats, there's going to be a piece of dialogue that once they put together, they're going to have to perform it on stage to a group of embassy workers.
For the Botanical Gardens, participants will experience the amazing cultural experience that is the Botanical Gardens, home of the dedication to our sister city in Japan. For the physical detour, participants will go around the zoo and find 10 different plants or flowers, record the findings, and report back. For the mental detour, they will go around and find different butterfly species that are on the cards given to them.
Parkview Field has been open since 2009 and is home to the Tim Caps. So for the physical, they have to have a relay activity. One team player must hit 3 balls of a professional pitch and put on a Johnny Appleseed mascot costume and have a dance off with the Comets mascot and run on the bases for a home run. For the mental, they have to meet the Tim Caps baseball team and learn their names. And later they have to remember when I did.
The top 10 teams will take a victory ride back to Fox Island from Headwaters Park. And this is the last location, which is Fox Island, which they requested that we have a last location at. And one thing that we did, okay, the last thing we have is a special edition. If this gets really popular, we think that a Christmas Amazing Race would be cool with holiday-themed activities. If you would like to contact us, this is a real Facebook page that we made. It's called Fort Wayne's 2018 Amazing Race. If you have any questions about any of the tasks and detours that we had.